Hello everyone, welcome to my channel today. I'm Tara with Piece of Tara Artistry. Thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to be doing a pearl pour, and I am going to be working with these colored base coats, and all of these do have satin enamel in them. The recipe is in the description box. So what I'm working on here is trying to create these kind of peacock looking pearls. So a peacock pearl is basically a color within a color of the pearl. So in this one, because of the way that the paints are layered kind of on top of each other, you kind of get like a color within a color within a color on some of them, which I really love that look. So I'm kind of playing around with that again on this one. If you've watched the last few of my videos, you will have seen that I've been achieving that with this layering of these transparent colors and then having these kind of opaquer colors over top. It has been achieving these peacock looking pearls. So I hope you guys enjoy this one. I am using a lot of Tri-Art fluids here, and I've really been liking them a lot. They are new to me, and I am telling you, I've been having some fantastic results in these pearl pours with them. Now, you guys know, if you watch my videos, that I do love Golden products. I love their fluids, and I'm a big proponent of their paints. But you guys, Tri-Art fluids are right up there with them. They are really highly pigmented, and I've been having so much success in this. And what's another great thing about these fluid paints are that they don't have to have as much water to thin them down, so they're able to stay truer to their pigments, and I don't have the pigments breaking down in these type of pearl pours. So just kind of some food for thought for you guys. If you're doing these pearl pours, definitely check out Fluid Art Co. For the Tri-Art fluids. They will be in stock in the next couple of weeks on their website, so definitely, if you guys can be patient, they will be available really soon. So now back to this pour. Here I have kind of a thinner base coat, and I am going to now lay down my pour over colors. So the Amsterdam Titanium White, the Modern Masters Pale Gold, the Tri-Art PHTHALO Turquoise Light, all really awesome colors for pour overs. This was a custom one. I just wanted to throw a little bit of a lighter color in there. And what looks like chaos now is going to turn into some really beautiful pearls. And I always am like, whenever I start doing this process and I stretch it out, I usually am like, ugh, I hate this. This looks so terrible right now. But then once you start seeing the pearls pop up, it just completely transforms. So if you're working on pearl pours and you stretch out your paints and you hate the way they look, give it a few minutes. Set it down, walk away, wait for like 30 minutes because it will process for a long time. And as you watch it process, you'll see areas that you'll kind of want to change maybe, or areas that, that maybe need to be, maybe you want to do a Dutch pour or something, or another technique over top of it. You'll see that start popping up within probably 20 to 30 minutes from when you do this. So this is a technique you really have to be patient with. The first part of this in the tilting section is a little quicker. I'm using kind of a bigger canvas here, so my tilting isn't as fast as what I normally would, but I do recommend typically tilting very fast if you don't want wonky looking cells. I was not tilting very quickly because I wasn't seeing the pearls popping through. Other than that center section, I wasn't seeing them pop through on the edges. So usually when I start seeing pearls pop up on one side, I tilt back the other way and then I let it sit because I'm not a big fan of wonky cells. But I was just trying to get off this section on the bottom here. I was not happy with like that squiggly area or like right in the bottom center. So you'll see that I do end up scraping part of that off and changing it a little bit. But yeah, this is going to change pretty drastically over the next few minutes. I am speeding this up 6 times so that you guys won't be here all day, because I start fiddling around with this and fiddling and fiddling, and then I scrape and scrape and fiddle and fiddle. So this is a lot. There's a lot of messing around on this one. And I made a mistake that I wish I had not. Okay, so that was number 1. I did not like the way that looked. I started kind of blowing, that looked terrible. So I was like, nope, I'm getting rid of that. So I put a little bit more paint down, but then once I blew it, it kind of still made that darker area. So here I'm going back in, I'm scraping the section that I wasn't a fan of, and then I'm gonna add in back in more color. And the problem with this is when I finished with this one, I loved it. I thought it was really, really cool. And then what happens when you put a satin enamel paint against colored paints, what'll happen is that satin enamel starts like almost ballooning. So almost like a cloud. So that's what happened. And you'll see that in the close-up results that are in the end of when I finished with, where I was here, you'll see a really cool, I just thought it was a really cool composition. I thought things looked really cool. I was really happy with it. And then I came back the next day, and that whole section where I added in all that white satin enamel paint had pushed the paint towards the top of those cells. So I did not get a dry result photo before I started messing with it with my brushes, because, well, number 1, I was so disgusted and I was so mad, but also because I was having camera issues and filming issues. So I just thought, I'm gonna just show you guys what I show you, and I really hope that it's enough. But in the end, it does look a little bit different than this because of the way that the paint shifted. And so next time I do this, that area where the negative space is on the bottom right area where that's all white paint, I will use just an Amsterdam paint with no satin enamel in it at all. So live and learn, guys. I'm gonna show you guys every fail that I do, well, most of my fails, and hopefully they turn into successes, and hopefully you guys like how this one turned out in the end, after I ended up doing some brush work and tried to fix the issues that I had. But I actually I like how it turned out. I wish it would have dried how it looked in the wet results, but I do like the way that it did turn out in the end. It just isn't as organic looking as when I finished when it was wet. So you guys will have to let me know what you think in the final results. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys. I will show you now. Here's the wet results. You see those colors within a colors. And then once I go to that other area, there is like color within a color within a color, which is really kind of cool. But yeah, I just loved how all of this turned out, and I was so bummed when it shifted and things kind of changed a little. But you know, that's okay. That's what happens with fluid art. Sometimes we have to pivot, and that's what I learned. So right there on the right hand side, you see like there's like 4 colors there within each pearl. So I thought it was fun. It's a fun technique to try, and I really hope that you guys are liking these videos. Let me know if you do, if you like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you're notified each time I put out a new video. Now here we go. We see that it dried. This part, those pearls dried really good, but that part on the left is where I ended up having to paint over sections because the pearls just, they shifted and got all wonky and chalky and icky. So yeah, but I think in the end, I think it turned out okay. Let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys like it, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, y'all.